Alright, hey guys, today we are playing a fairly newer game to me that I've not messed around too much with. I've done a little bit, but it's called Vintage Story. I'm hoping to try to get a little bit done. We didn't go with the standard survival. We went with the exploration part, so we wouldn't have to worry too much about it. I am not going to be playing this like a hardcore. It'll be probably a here and there thing for the stream. But I hope you guys like and enjoy and would like to see more of it. I've touched a little bit up on it, still trying to figure out certain things. But from what I've seen so far, it's a great game. Alright, let's see what all we got around. It does look like we are in a pretty deep area. It's probably to do with the world height getting messed with. Stick up some dirt. Oh, we can at least climb out. This stream will probably be mostly just like running around looking around seeing what all there is. Not too heavily focused on building or any of that. At least for the time being. I'll probably end up setting up a new file for when we actually start to build or try building. Just so we can see how it goes. I might play around with it a little bit just to figure out how some of these things work before I actually focus too heavily into the actual gameplay. You know what? Climbing pretty high up into what looks like mountains. I'm hoping the entire game ain't gonna be like just mountains where the height got messed with. I'm hoping it's just that we got spawned up north. You can see what all's going. This is already way more mountains than what I thought. Does it look like it flattens out over here? Okay, so yeah, it was, we just spawned high up in the mountainsides. Or is this one of those floating island looking things? No, this is a mountainside. Okay. Would love to have flint right now. Ah, there we go. But I need... Ah, I can't. Get rid of this. We need a knife. Say it's a pretty straightforward for the building. It's something you may have to get a little used to if you've never messed with it, but once you start playing in the game, it becomes more easier to do. Alright, looks like there was no meat, so that was a little bit wasted off the blade. You know what, while we're up here, we can run over here and see what's over this way, since we got a better vantage point. Taking the stone. I guess it looks like a gravel area. Get a pond. There's a trader. Now, playing this normally, we probably would need to worry about fall damage pretty heavily. But with the way I've set this up, I've got, at least for this one, since it's not really just playing, it's just messing around, I have it set up a little bit more towards faster regen and a lot slower for health. Well, a lot slower for the food bar to go down. So I should regen, hopefully. At least a lot easier than what I would normally. Trader. Trader can But that does make me wonder, because I know back over here towards the waterfall, it showed something on the hillside. Could have been nothing, it could have been something. It's hard to tell, but it looks like it should be building. Because it doesn't match what they have set for water. But again, it's right there. Oh, it's a lot of damage. Oh no, it's not a lot, but it's a good bit. See if I can get up the mountainside and take a look at what this is. It's literally just a waterfall. Okay, so yeah, the waterfalls come up as just a dark brown. Okay. Kind of throws you off a little bit. I figured they would look more like this, but you can kind of tell where it's got like the dark ring around it for the wet ground. I'd say that's probably water too, so I'm not going to worry about the mountainside over here. We'll check out towards more like this area and over. Because there should probably be something around here. Maybe pick up some more. Actually, can I? No, I can't break it right there. Because this is gravel, not stone. Still getting used to a lot of it. There's a bunch to learn to try to get used to. So it's definitely a game to take your time with. Did not see that coming. Oh, blade, shovel. We'll go shovel. Because I know we're going to need one eventually. I'm glad that the way they've done this, you don't have to worry about like overshooting and destroying that block. At least so far in the ones I've done. They may have that set for like a more hardcore survival or more realistic one where it might break it. Not 100% sure. I know it's a neat thing. It definitely, it helps with trying to start off the game. Because then you're not worrying about trying to find more flint or more stone to get the tool. Because you accidentally broke it. You sent something through it. Let's see if we got something up ahead. Something stone structure. I've not looked too deeply into the lore. It's definitely something that would get interesting with it. I know with any traveling or anything, you want to try to make it go through the day or night. Okay, we got that. Get the fire starter. That ignited. I could have done this a simpler way and just used the torch. I completely forgot that it was a thing for a second. But while we're here, we can check under the building. I know sometimes there's the vases or the vassals or whatever you want to call them. I'm not going to focus too heavily on getting this correct. I know sometimes they get put under the building or under the little room, so you'll find them. I know within you need to circle in the walls. The walls normally lead around them. But this is generally a good way just to get out of the rain. You never know. If it looks like I jumped ahead or anything, it's probably to do with me shortening the video. Just in case it takes me a while to find interesting things. I may or not, it's hard to tell. You guys may just get the whole thing. Okay. From what I've seen, that normally means there's something of value. And it looks like we might be working our way to it. I'm just going to take this pathway up. No one will worry about it. We'll switch to we should be able to break this. No, we can't break that. Okay. that requires us to get fine. And I almost want to bet there's a vase in there. Oh, we can break this one. Maybe it'll drop down in. The only time I would say it's good to hold on to soil is if it's a higher fertile level than what you normally have around. Because then you're able to do more with it. So I'm just gonna fill in the hole. It and we'll mark it. Room. Mark it as black. I'm tempted to this way. Yeah, this way. We should have water, and we may find more room. I know there's one set of ruins I really want to try to find, and it's the castle by the lake. I've heard about it and seen it in a couple other videos. I think it looks really neat. I think it'd be interesting to try. The only issue is finding it. So I don't get torches going out. Since they like to go out with me. I do wonder if there is anything in this area, but like the only way you can really heavily check is probably mostly around the pillars, but again where we don't have any copper, it's a best guess pretty much. Get up out of the water. More stones with structures. Hey, yeah, here's the vessel. This is what that's what are those? Don't need capsules. There's normally a few of them around. I feel like 95% of the time they're buried under these, So it is just a guessing game at finding them. What we'll do is more ruins, and we'll put a ruin over there. And people I consider sometimes they can have really good things that will help keep you alive for a good bit. And sometimes they'll be like cattails, which I don't know what they're used for. But I see so many of them. I know they're not an extremely valuable thing, I don't think. It's hard to tell. They could be a valuable thing depending on where you're at. Or if the traders may change according to seasons. But I've not encountered a use for them yet. I'd say it's hard to tell what they can be used for. Right, looks like open field. Tree line. Let's see. I picked up a berry. See if it shows anything on the map around us. Okay, so there's something here, I think. So they're gonna be there, maybe up there. I think the lighter gray is where there's lighter sand, or it may be clay. Which would be a big thing to find. We'll just keep going in this direction. And we'll pick it up on the map. After so long, we'll check the map to see how close we are. It looks like we're pretty close, though. Yeah, because there's the water. So it's this. Okay, so what is this? It may just be... Okay, so it's just a deep hole. That's probably what the other one is, too. I've not messed around too much around night. I normally end up trying to hunt, bed down or find a trap trader. But considering we've not had a trader for a little bit, let's keep going this way. It might be slightly harder to find somewhere to sleep, because I have no clue how to make a bed. Okay, those are trees. Pretty sure. I know mobs start to come out during the night. Not seeing anything so far. We'll continue over this way. This looks like there is some kind of light coming from over there. Maybe. Or it's just the sunset hitting the grass. Or, well, not the sunset, but the sun going completely down. So it does look like we got something. I think it's a wagon, but I can't make it out fully because there's bushes. But we'll find out. Okay, so it is a decent wagon. I have wondered where you can't destroy blocks on it. What happens if the guy who is on it, like the trader guy, what if he were to die? Would the territory thing let you destroy blocks then? We might try that near the end. If I can find another one. And then when it does eventually come back around to the next video of this, I will try to mostly, I'll start a new one, but we'll try to set up like a little house or base or anything, and just start trying to learn the farming and the crafting and all that, because I know it's very important with like your fertile soil and all that, because I know I'm pretty sure it's low fertility soil doesn't grow as good or as fast as what it would if it was a higher. So we might have to explore and just see what we can find. I know you can break the bushes though. You can break them and plant them again very once. And they help a good bit with food. You just have to wait the amount of days. I know when we were when I played earlier, just to get a little bit around, to get a good hang of it, the forests are dangerous. Bears are a pain. I think that was probably the biggest issue, was getting hunted by bears every time I turned around. You don't have that. You don't have one on the surface. And I doubt you have one on the surface. You don't. Okay. What's all around us? Okay, so mountains and more desert. Don't really feel like trying to scale the mountains. Although it does make me wonder why it's all so white. If it's just the soil level under it, or if it's because it's trying to frost. Okay, so it's chalk. I can't remember what it's used for, but I know there is something that you need a bunch of chalk for. Can't remember the name of it. It's a fun game. It takes a while to get the hang of, but it's fun, and I know there's a bunch of things you can do. I know you can get specialized into like doing something. Nothing that way. It's definitely one of those ones where if you run with a server, you could have someone sit here and just go blacksmithing or just crafting and farming for days, or not even just days but hours at that for a session, and you would probably be able to continue with that non-stop for a while without any kind of problems. There's just so much you can see and craft. And I think it's nice considering the fact that it doesn't necessarily give you the one like straight up crafting recipes. I like the fact that it makes you kind of have to like figure out how to do it on your own. It'll definitely be something I play more in the future. It may be over time eventually. I may have others join. I think swimming will help get rid of the wolves. The bears, not so much. I'm not sure how to really deal with them. I know if I've had wolves on me a couple times, swimming across some of the bigger lakes or ponds seems to lose them. But that's only if they're like not right on your tail. More water. I don't want to go too heavily into the forests, because I know that'll carry on for a long time if I do. I'm trying to avoid water as much as possible, just because of the fact that I have the lit torches. I learned pretty early on, if you run into water with just lit torches in your inventory period, they have a tendency of going out. And then you have to relight them. So I can show. So like block deep water, fine. As soon as I were to go off that, they would all go out. The forests are a little bit tricky to navigate if it's a really dense one. This one seems more like a marsh style forest. Pockets of water everywhere. Trees. The fall damage, it's not horrendous, but it's not like it's not to worry about, considering you can jump from really high up but land it. It's forgiving, I would say, because it's not, you're gonna insta-die from it, like what some games do. Plus, like, the water will not fully cushion your fall. Like, I know other games, the 1 block depth of water is enough water in most games to cushion a lot of fall damage and all that. In this, it's not. You have to go deeper the higher you are. Which I think is a neat thing, considering you don't see that too much. That and how to make your torches with all the other recipes and everything. It's almost a slightly rare bit. Let's see. Haven't seen you around here before. I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Got anything to trade? Let's see, what all does he got? Heavy tool belt. Okay, so that's what I can sell to him. I'm assuming this is like stuff I can buy. So I would have to have some of these. Business. Black bronze. Okay, so I would have to get into like a lot of the other stuff in order to get that. And a couple others are just like copper stuff, and that takes a bit. I know with these you have to mark it. Oh, can't lose it. I know with copper, I think you have to make the molds from clay. And then either you have to have some kind of forge going or fire going. And I'm not sure exactly. I know there's crucible. I'm not too knowledgeable into it yet. That'll change over time, but as of the moment, not too knowledgeable with it. We can find a new wildlife. It's obviously a bad idea, but yeah. Or a cave. I would be interested in doing a cave, even though we can't technically mine. Here we go. I won't worry too much about losing anything. I know the gear going to the right is a good thing. I know gear going to the left, I think, is like losing sanity. So I know the farther left it goes, the more you have to worry about stuff. Okay, so this is a dead end. I'd say the biggest thing I'm probably scared about with this is the fact that cave-ins. Just being underground and then having a ton of rock come down, separate you from your only way out. That is the one thing that would make me worry when mining underground. I would probably take my chances with... What can I get through here? I would probably take my chances and just mine out all the stuff above. And then get to it. I hear bees. I don't know where they're coming from, but I know I heard them. I think from what I've seen, bees have a 50-50 chance. It's a gambling thing, pretty much, almost. Bees have a 50-50 chance to either come out and not do anything when you break their hive, or they come out angered and start attacking. Not 100% sure. I hear them, but I don't know where they're at. I do like their heavily densed areas. Not so much if you're getting chased, but it looks pretty. Like, you can tell time and effort was put in. Because not every grass block is lined up perfectly, which looks really good. Because it makes it look less grid-like. It makes it look more interactive, like there's more going on. When they're not necessarily static to the grid. Like, this looks really good. I feel like if all these were dead center of the grid, it would not look good. Then you get all the little animation of it moving. It kind of brings it to life. I want to try the trader thing, but I don't want to run all the way back for a trader. I know they can spawn in the desert. It's not... I don't think it's like a super common spot for them to. I think they're mostly... I've seen them mostly in the plain areas. They stay away from the mountains, it looks like. Which is kind of what we're heading towards, so I'll look this way. But I know it's definitely an interesting bunch. Ooh, a cake. I know we have a shot at encountering mobs. I think I have it turning to where we won't really encounter them though. Okay, no. This is a dead end. I think I upped it from like a 5-day grace period to a 10-day. So we shouldn't have to worry about mobs anytime soon. I do wonder. So when breaking stuff like sand, it's probably best to do it from the top. Just so you don't have to worry about it coming down at you and trying to take you out. Because it does look like they do push you back. Which I feel like if you're on a cliff edge, that may be a really dangerous situation. The particles look good with it. Kind of got like the dirt and sand kind of blowing by as you run through like I want to say like a deserty sand area, but it's more clay. And then you can kind of tell like it clears up whenever you actually hit the dirt area. It'll clear up eventually the farther away you get. That's an opening. This is more woods. Let's run the opening. We can see what's out here. I do want to find another trader. That one in the distance. It's hard to make out the vehicles. Well, I can't say vehicles because they're not moving, but they're like loosely. What all do you carry? You carry beehives, okay. Okay, so I'm guessing these aren't placeable. No. We'll save one. I won't use them all right away. I'll try to see if I can get a 50-50 shot with getting them to attack. What will I get? Turn into wine. It definitely looks like there's more land over towards the right. Because I know there's been a bunch of water around. With the bear, we don't fight that yet. That looks like a dirt. Let's hope it's going down. Let's see how far we've traveled. Okay, so the original starting was up in here, so we've went a good ways. We're not terribly down, but we're not super close. I did scale the map up to I think like max length and max width. That might be why we're not seeing too many traders. So we're seeing way more. I'd say definitely if you're gonna do like a server and you're gonna host a bunch of people, you should definitely probably either keep it normal size or just a little bit bigger. That way not everyone is crowding the same areas for the same things. Kind of force you to spread out a little bit more to get your resources. Take the trips for the hours and all that. And it's raining again. I'd say it's probably the area I'm in. I'm not 100% sure. So we can always see. Sounds like it's lightening up a good bit. I would definitely say with the forested area, you're probably not going to get as many traders as what you would if it wasn't forested. I can definitely say I'm glad that you don't have to worry about it too much with the rain putting out the torch while you're holding it. Alright. Probably. Okay, let's see if I can kill him or not. I hope he doesn't end up having like a bunch of things to try to survive. So since he should be dead, can I break stuff now? Or will it just say I can't? Cannot build or destroy here. It belongs to the trader. You still alive? He should be dead, hopefully. But yet I still can't. Okay, so that's that figured. So even if you kill the trader, or down him, or whatever he is right now, you do not get the ability to loot or steal his stuff, no matter what you do. So that's good to know. I was hoping that killing him would give you a shot at least getting some things. Because where the traders aren't all that seen. Well, we've went a good bit. I hope you guys enjoyed and would like to see more. Maybe next time I'll definitely try to build a little bit. Maybe set up a little more. But if you'd like to see more, leave a comment below maybe. Like and subscribe if you want to. Hope you guys have a good one. See you next time.